Meghan Markle has been slammed for poor kitchen hygiene in her latest Instagram post. And let's put it this way, after watching it, I wouldn't eat anything that has been prepared and made by Meg's hands for fear of getting food poisoning. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef The Alter Nerd, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to the Dose of the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught me eye. And oh my goodness, yeah, let's jump into this madness, shall we? Because Megsy has been slammed for having poor kitchen hygiene in her latest Instagram post. And as I said before, putting it this way, after watching that post, I would not eat anything that has been prepared and made by Meg's hands for fear of getting food poisoning. I mean, here's the headline right here from Radar Online. Meghan Markle's disgusting hosting habits brutally ridiculed after Diva Duchess is caught licking communal spoons and touching all food with her bare hands. I mean, who does this? Oh my goodness, this is like a nightmare for me. Why? Because she's the freaking bed, right? For those that don't know, I'm dual nationality, so I'm British, but I'm also Italian as well. And so when I grew up, I was taught, cook, clean, all that malarkey, right? But I go one step further. I'm pretty OCD when it comes to cleaning and cooking. So, for example, if I've got a plate of food, right, in front of me, that I've plated and everything. And let's say, I don't know, it's a plate of chips and someone takes a chip off my plate, I can't eat the rest of that plate then. To me, it's like contaminated, right? So if I feel like that, if someone takes a bit of food off my plate, just think about how I am when I'm prepping and cooking meals, right? My friends, my family, Mr. Fox, all that malarkey. She's the freaking bed. She's caught licking communal spoons and touching food with her bare hands. No. Oh my goodness. This is just freaking me the hell out. And so, yeah, her hosting skills have come under fire yet again after she shared a video showing how to prep an easy breakfast for guests staying over for the holidays. But quite rightly, as far as I'm concerned, Megsy's being called out for several highly unhygienic practices, including touching all of the food and licking a spoon and putting it back into a communal bowl. Oh my goodness. It's like, if I'm, let's say, cooking some pasta, right, and I want to check if the pasta is al dente, then I'll take a clean fork, I will dip it into the pan, get a bit of pasta, pop it in my gob, make sure the consistency and the taste is pucker, and if it is, great. If not, all right, it needs to be a little bit more in the pan and cooking away. But that fork that I've used, that goes straight into the sink to be washed, right? And if I'm going to test the pasta again, I'm going to get a brand new fork, right? A brand new clean fork. Megsy, though, oh no. Completely unhygienic. I don't get this. For someone who's trying to make out that she is this hosting lifestyle extraordinaire expert, oh my goodness, she's just not getting the basics right at all when it comes to kitchen hygiene. So Megsy began the video, right, putting forth a concept of just creating stations so that they can help themselves. So the guests that you have over can just help themselves. So she then poured some of her raspberry spread into a separate container for yogurt parfait station. Instead of using a bowl, though, she put her concoction into a champagne glass to make it a little more special. Doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things, right? Whilst including fruits like blueberries and strawberries. She says, if you don't want to make pancakes, don't make pancakes. Just get the ones from the freezer section. Could you imagine the likes of Martha Stewart turning round and saying, do you know what, if you can't be bothered making pancakes, just buy some frozen ones and use those instead? house, right? Now, this is where, okay, she gets really unhygienic because she goes to use her hands to shove blueberries and other fruit onto the platter instead of using utensils. She then proceeds to stack a dollop of whipped cream and more fruit spread atop a cold mini waffle, licking the spoon, then placing it back in where others would then use it later on. Blech. No, thank you. No, thank you. She then says, right, write your guests a note for when they come into the kitchen, telling them, morning, help yourselves, quiche's in the oven. Well, hang on a minute. If you are this guest home entertainer, lifestyle guru extraordinaire, wouldn't you want to be in the kitchen greeting your guests as they come down and serving them with the food that you are making them, albeit very unhygienically, if I do say so myself? This is the thing. It's not just me that's thinking this. So many of you guys out there have been thinking exactly the same thing. This is absolutely disgusting. This is poor kitchen hygiene from Megsy. As Radar Online is quoting some of you guys. On X, one user points out, did she lick the spoon and place it back into the communal dish? Another one's saying her fondling food is so disgusting. Another one's saying, bleak the halls with boughs of beige, keep your jewellery on, don't wear gloves when you're touching everyone's food, make sure to lick the spoon, don't take 10 minutes to make fresh pancakes, the frozen ones are just yucky, but it's kids, someone else wrote. A fourth one said, not to mention massaging and groping all the pancakes and fruits with full-on bare hands. I mean, I wouldn't do that when cooking for my own family, much less guests who aren't related to me. It's easy and cheap to buy boxes of disposable plastic gloves made specifically for food preparation and service. And this is the thing, right? When I prepare food and when I dish the food out, right, I don't use my bare hands. I do have gloves that I use. And failing that, I'll use tongs or spoons or, whatever. Anything to avoid me essentially using my freaking bare hands to touch food that I'm serving other people with. Now, if I'm just making food on my own, well, that's one thing. But this is Megsy making food for a buttload of people. And she's just showing how her kitchen hygiene is extremely poor indeed. You got someone else saying, ooh, she double dipped. So get your pancakes from the store, get the quiche from the store, and just put out a bit of whole fruit and leave a note to help themselves. How awkward waking up in that house in the morning. She's demented. She is. With a final one being quoted by Radar Online saying, I don't get this. So you leave a note to tell your guests to get their breakfast out of the oven because you are where? The whole thing is weird. She is weird. But not only that, she's a poor cook as well. Because quite frankly, popping a spoon back into a communal dish that you've just used to taste something with, the other guests are then going to use that very same spoon. Oh, no. And then using your own hands to touch the food without wearing any gloves or not even using tongs or whatever. I'm like, oh my goodness, no freaking way. This is why I said right at the beginning, after watching that Instagram post, I would not eat anything that has been prepared and made by Megsy's literal freaking bare hands for fear of getting food poisoning. Because let's put it this way, right? Opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. Let's use that example of the spoon where, she takes a dollop of the food, tastes it, and then puts that spoon back into that dish where everyone else is going to use that very same spoon to load their plates up with, right? What if at the time, Megsy, by using that spoon and putting it in a gob, was suffering from a bug, suffering from a cold, right? Germs, bacteria, illnesses, potentially passing that on to a guest. Now, I know Megs is all up in terms of making bath salts that allegedly could burn your skin, right? And packaging them up and giving them to a guest for little presents. But I think she's taken it a step further by potentially giving her guests presents of the bacterial bug illness kind. Let's put it that way, all right? I know she likes to make her presents a little bit on the personal side, but I think that's a little bit too personal for my liking. Do you know what I mean? With that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, and of course there's going to be more, then make sure you subscribe to join our Alter Nerd tribe here on YouTube. If you're watching on X, make sure you're following me at Stef Alter Nerd for more misadventures of the gruesome twosome. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. Do you think Megsy has poor kitchen hygiene skills? I mean, I definitely think so, but what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for tuning into this video. I appreciate all your faces, and until the next time, you guys, laters.